We're back to discuss Brooklyn, and if you saw our review, we enjoyed the movie. It was very predictable. The story is pretty much spelled out in the trailer. The part of the story that isn't spelled out in the trailer is kind of the part that I, I liked the way they handled it. I liked the way that it was told. I thought it was an interesting twist. I thought it was an interesting turn in the story. But what I didn't like about it was that it didn't. I can see it both ways, but my argument is that it doesn't fit with what I know about that character at that point. Is that I don't believe that that character would let things get as far as they did when she went back to Ireland. That she would lead this guy on for however long,
Weeks,
like
a
month and a half, something like that. I thought that was very uncharacteristic of her. I get the whole, she feels bad for her mom, and she kind of sees these opportunities to, maybe I should stay, maybe I shouldn't stay. But, like, essentially getting to the point where a guy's ready to propose to you and then just, like, leaving him a letter and leaving. Like, that's not something that I believe this character would do based on what I know about this character.
Mm-hmm.
And it was also kind of disappointing that it was, like, the threat of that shop owner woman that, like, basically snapped her back into reality.
Mm-hmm.
Leading to, like, that conversation with her mom that was really uncomfortable and, like, again, like, just not, like, it goes against what we know about the character. But I mean, I can see it both ways. I can see where, she would just kind of keep.
I think she fell into the submissive role because of everything that was going on with her family. Like, she lost her sister, which in the preview, I thought she lost her mom. I didn't think that she lost the sister. So that was a twist for me, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So I think she fell into the submissive role and kind of took on how her sister was.
Right.
But I think the part that I didn't like is that you're going to your best friend's wedding and this is your best friend. I know that you're happy for her and you're not trying to steal her moment, but I feel like if you've not, like, there's not been any communication between her and her best friend from what the movie's told. So I kind of find it hard to believe that she would have led her best friend on as well.
Well, and I don't really think that was. I don't think she considered her best friend anymore. Mm-hmm. I think that was just something that her mom threw out there to, like, make her stay longer.
Mm-hmm.
Because they'd all obviously hatched this plan to, like, hey, we found you a job. Hey, we found you a man. Hey, we've got all this stuff figured out. And those are all the things that, like,
why she left.
So that all makes sense that they would try and set all this stuff up. And I can see her, not wanting to talk to her mom about it right away, or not wanting to talk to, I think Nancy was the girl's name, her friend. But what I didn't buy was how she was with Domhnall Gleeson's character, where it was just like, yeah, we'll go to dances together, and yeah, I'll just kind of let you think that I have feelings for you. And
I think she would have put it in place earlier.
It made sense to me because of the circular nature of the story. At the beginning, she's very, very submissive, like, to everybody.
Sure.
And even when she goes over to America, you have that one girl that's like, oh, thank God I'm going back to America. And she's very submissive and kind of takes her under her wing. And as time goes on, she becomes a little bit more dominant. But when she goes back home, she's kind of dominant at first. But a couple days into it, she starts taking that submissive role on again and starts becoming submissive to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes that small town mentality that the shopkeeper brings to her attention. Oh, this is why I left.
Yeah.
I obviously need to pull my head out, and she becomes that dominant woman that you see at the very beginning that takes her under her wing.
Yeah.
And that's what rectified that for me, because it bothered me too until I thought about it that way.
No, I get what they were going for, and like I said, I can see the argument either way. I really felt like that was
Not her character.
not her character. It was the story. It was what the story was trying to do. They just, yeah. I just thought that was like it's one thing to disappoint your mom, and it's one thing to disappoint your friends and all that kind of stuff, but to like take on a new relationship, knowingly, like, I'm married and I'm just not telling this guy, like, that's just not that character. Like, it just didn't seem right to me.
And I think she just wanted to avoid it. I think that she went back into the submissive part, because had she have opened those letters that had been sent to her, she would have immediately snapped out of it,
Right.
and snapped back. But because she delayed them, I think.
Yeah, and I get that too, and I think probably most of all, I mean, it robs you of, it does tell the circular story, but it sort of robs you of her having a meaningful conversation with her mom about, what she's doing and where she's going, and her mom saying something along the lines of, it's too late for me to go there, and, I hope you
Enjoy it.
like, she had that whole, like, I hope you write me and tell me about him, but that came across as sort of a, like, it wasn't quite passive aggressive, but it was more like she's still in shock of what just happened, and she's like trying to control herself as best she can.
Well, she did straight up tell her, like, I only want to say goodbye once, i.e., don't come back.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Can we talk about the guy that she married for a second?
Sure.
Like, as a woman, like, I guess because she felt so, like, headstrong, and I know that it's the time period, but when she's like, I'll promise that I'll marry you, and is that okay? And he's like, we'll just promise that you're gonna marry me. Like, I kind of felt like she was a little trapped in the...
Here's the thing, like, I agree, like, in and of itself, that scene
It
feels
was a little uncomfortable.
he feels a little pushy in that scene,
Yeah.
right? I think that one of the and again, taking into context the time,
That's the other part.
everything up to that point, he was so careful and slow, and he very much let her control the speed and the tone of their relationship. I think that was something where he was just being honest, where he was like, it will really drive me insane if I can't have this. And I think that's why he pushed for it. But I also think that if she really wouldn't do it, she really wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
know?
I don't know. I think that part was kind of like, why are you pushing? Why are you pressuring me?
Yeah, I mean, I can see this. I can see this of being like a much uglier movie than it was about that time and those stereotypes and those sorts of things. I can see her like having gone through 2 boyfriends in the course of the movie.
For her to settle on the first one, fine, but
No, but what I mean is, like, I can see where she would date a guy and have a horrible experience where,
yeah,
like, he's kind of mean to her, or he date rapes her or something like that, and it,
wow.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
seriously,
no, I
like,
get it.
there could be, like, they could have built, like, that parallel, or that she needs to, overcome whatever that problem is. But yeah, I thought he was really sweet. What I was going to say about the guy in the movie was that I thought it was really funny that they kept putting her in. She was always wearing some sort of a heel. always. And he was shorter than her in heels. So it, like, and that kind of stuff, like, it doesn't bother me in real life, but in a movie, it just kind of stands out. It's like, like, is that your little brother, or what?
But it was nice, though, to see that. Because, I mean, that's not something that you see in movies.
Yeah, it's true.
So to see something where, you know, the girl's taller in heels, I mean, it kind of gives that other girl confidence, or...
It was just something that stood out to me, because, like, literally every time I saw them, like, standing next to each other, and she was taller, and then, like, they'd pan back and she'd be wearing, like... It's like, yeah, I will be taller than you, always. I will always be taller than you. Cracks me up.
I appreciate you going dark there for a little bit. That was awesome.
Well, that's Brooklyn. If you like the way we do these, please like the video, subscribe, check out all the written and video reviews at DaleMaxfield.com, and thanks for watching.